Hello and welcome to our beloved and esteemed community. See what I did there? I kicked things right off with what we're here to discuss today. Community. So what exactly do I mean by that? To what, and more important, to whom am I referring when I welcome our community? Of course, it's a term that's inclusive of you, our fabulous social media followers, and thank you for watching, by the way. As for a business's entire community, however, that expands far beyond social media followers. That said, there are some core crucial principles of social community management that can be applied to an organization's entire community. But how? To discuss and answer that, I would like to welcome our panelists. All right, panelists, welcome. I want to kick things off with a question that I think all of you can answer, which is, what is your community? Who comprises it? What does it look like? Describe your community to me.
Yeah, I'll kick us off. So as a product manager at HubSpot, I consider my community to be in the whole kind of gamut of the team there.
I overlook the small team of Twitter DRIs that take support cases that come in over Twitter. So for us, that's my main community.
I work on the social channels for all of HubSpot. So our community kind of is stretched across many channels, but it's a social focused community.
So I work with our partner teams. On one hand, we have people who are looking to partner with us. And on the other hand, our partner, like HubSpot Solutions partners. These are sort of like an extension of our business. I think the biggest value here is the diversity. Like, the community is so global and so diverse and so different from one another. When you see partners interact in the social environment, they have so many different perspectives. And obviously the challenges that they face are very different from one another. So when something is posed either on a social setting and there's a question that needs to be collectively answered, partners just bring that perspective.
So Crystal, what would you say are really the core principles of social community management?
Yeah, of course. Empathy for sure is number one, is a core principle of community management. Another thing I think is resourceful, being able to manage crisis PR situations. And then I think the last one is like truly, and I know this is gonna sound a little cliche, but be human. Please be human as much as you can as a community manager. People want to know they're talking to another human, and that's how they're going to identify themselves with that company.
So shifting gears then to sales, how do you think one can really forge relationships and build communities when it comes to sales processes?
Yeah, definitely. I think a large part of a good salesperson is that they're bringing a lot of expertise. So what that means is that maybe if you're selling to a certain region or you've made similar sales before, to try to pass that knowledge on to prospects. So I've seen salespeople successfully say, hey, I know that I've worked with a couple of people here in the Kansas City area. I'd love to introduce you guys to this person I'm working with now so that you guys can kind of pass that business expertise back and forth.
So what advice would you give to any business that wants to operate with a greater sense of community?
I'm happy to chime in first here, but I think really knowing what your goal is really going to help drive where you're going to put your most energy towards.
Everybody has a different set of strengths. Building a community where you can say, hey, like, your strengths are different from my strengths. Let's help each other out. And in return, let's help the customer or the people that are really making our business.
I totally agree. And I think just kind of harkening to something we discussed earlier is just authenticity and having an authentic voice.
Well, I have definitely learned a lot today, and I have an entirely new perspective on the entire concept and idea of what makes up a community. And I hope that your community that's watching does as well.